The lawyer who died proving his case, Clement Vallandigham. Imagine a lawyer so determined to prove his client's innocence that he was willing to put his own life on the line. Now imagine this demonstration ending with a gunshot, not at the accused, not at the jury, but at the lawyer himself. This is the true, tragic, and almost unbelievable story of Clement Vallandigham, the attorney who literally died to prove his case. The man of principle. The year was 1871. America was still recovering from the Civil War. In Ohio lived a fiery lawyer and former congressman named Clement Vallandigham. Vallandigham was no ordinary man. He had been a politician, a controversial figure, even arrested during the war for speaking against the government. But above all, he was a man of iron principles, fierce in debate, fearless in the courtroom. He believed that justice was not just about arguments, it was about truth, proved beyond doubt. So when a murder case landed in his hands, Vallandigham saw it not just as work, but as destiny. The murder trial, the case was grim. A man stood accused of shooting another during a tavern brawl. The prosecution claimed it was cold-blooded murder. But Vallandigham, defending the accused, believed otherwise. He argued the victim had accidentally shot himself while drawing his pistol in the chaos. The challenge? Convincing a jury in an era with no forensic science, no ballistics experts, no modern tools, only words, logic, and courage. Vallandigham knew words might not be enough. So he decided to do something unforgettable. He would recreate the accident in front of the court. The fatal demonstration, the night before his summation, Vallandigham sat in a room, preparing. He had borrowed a pistol, similar to the one used in the brawl. His plan was simple: to show that the victim, while drawing his weapon from an awkward position, could have accidentally pulled the trigger on himself. But fate, they say, has a cruel sense of irony. As he practiced the demonstration, Vallandigham drew the pistol from his pocket, and a shot rang out. The bullet tore into his abdomen. He had mistakenly picked up a loaded gun. The final hours, panic erupted. Doctors rushed in. Vallandigham, pale and bleeding, realized the truth: he had made the very accident he was trying to prove. And in a twist that would sound fictional if it weren't true, his tragic injury became the ultimate evidence. He whispered, in agony, "I have shown how the man might have shot himself." For 12 agonizing hours, he lingered between life and death. And then, Clement Vallandigham, only 50 years old, was gone. The verdict: the next day, the courtroom buzzed with shock and sorrow. But Vallandigham's sacrifice had not been in vain. The jury, persuaded by his demonstration, now tragically real, acquitted the defendant of murder. The lawyer had died, but his client lived free. The legacy: Clement Vallandigham's death shook the nation. Some called it reckless. Others called it heroic. But all agreed, his end was a story that would be told for generations, a reminder that truth sometimes demands the highest price. He became a legend, a cautionary tale of brilliance and tragedy woven together. Stories like this remind us of the thin line between courage and fate. A man trying to save another's life, lost his own in the process. And here, at Story District, we bring you stories that shock, inspire, and linger long after the video ends. Right finger so if you believe in the power of storytelling, don't just watch. Subscribe to Story District today, and join us as we uncover more true stories that are stranger than fiction. Clement Vallandigham proved his case, but paid with his life. The question is, what would you risk, in the name of truth?